Assalomu alaykum, men ismim Ismoil. IDtalks kanaliga xush kelibsiz. Biz ingliz tili, universitet, Koreyadagi hayot va Koreya universitetidagi hayot va shunga bog'liq kontentlar orqali sizlarni ingliz tili o'rganish jarayonlarini qiziqarliroq va universitet hayotinglarni osonroq qilish maqsadi bilan va umuman ko'ngilga pozitiv nota qo'shish maqsadi bilan bu platformani yaratishga harakat qilamiz. Xudo xohlasa. Ingliz tili o'rganish haqida cheksiz gapirish mumkin, maslahatlar berish mumkin, lekin agar sizda ingliz tili o'rganishga drive, xohish, motivatsiya bo'lmasa, buni hammasi befoyda. Men juda ko'p marta eshitganman, ingliz tili o'rganishga pulim yo'q, vaqtim yo'q, energiyam yo'q, unim yo'q, bunim yo'q. Lekin yaxshilab qarasak, bunaqa aytgan odamlarda ingliz tili o'rganishga xohish va motivatsiya bo'lmaydi. Shu sababli bu epizodda siz ingliz tilini nimaga o'rganishingiz kerakligini eslatib qo'ymoqchiman.
Inshaalloh.
Sabab number 1. Informatsiya.
Information is power.
Internetda informatsiyaning 75% ingliz tili. Bu degani tort pishirishdan boshlab raketa yasashgacha internetda ingliz tilida yetarlidan ortiq ham info topsa bo'ladi. Ingliz tilini bilish siz uchun yangi dunyo ochadi. Umuman yashash ham qiziqarliroq bo'lib qoladi. Siz uchun tarjima qilib berilgan narsani kutib o'tirgandan ko'ra, xohlagan narsangizni olib, ochib ko'rishdan nima yaxshiroq bo'lishi mumkin? Sabab number 2. Kultura. Siz zarubejniy kinolarni qanaqa tilda ko'rgan bo'lsangiz ham, o'zini original tilda ko'rishga hech narsa yetmasa kerak.
I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley. I'm Harry Potter.
Whatever you do, don't push this button, because that will set off the bomb immediately and we'll all be dead. Now, repeat back what I just said.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone. Try again.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
No, that's exactly what you just said. How is that even possible? Which button is the button you're supposed to push? Point to it. No!
Bu kinolardagi yumor, hazil va faqat ingliz tilida aytsa bo'ladigan shutkalarni tarjima qilganda biz tushunmaymiz, lekin kinoni eng qiziqarli joylarini tushunmasdan o'tkazayotgan bo'lishimiz mumkin.
Thursday. Look, if you need help remembering, just think of it like this. The third day, all right? Monday, 1 day. Tuesday, 2 day. Wednesday, when? Huh? What day? Thursday. The third day, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Til o'rganayotganda, xohlasangiz ham, xohlamasangiz ham u tilda gapiradigan davlatni, madaniyati, tarixi va traditsiyalarini o'rganamiz. Umuman olib qaraganda yangi til, ayniqsa ingliz tilini o'rganayotgan odamda dunyoqarashi oshadi va har xil temalarda o'z fikrini bildira oladigan bo'ladi. Sabab number 3. Sayohat, traveling. YouTube'da videolardan bittasini ko'rgan edim. Sayohat qilmaydigan odam katta qiziqarli kitobni bitta varrog'ini qayta o'qiyotgan odamga o'xshaydi. Hozir sayohat qilish как-никогда oson o'qigan. Oldinga qaraganda, yer planetasini qayoqqa borsangiz ham ingliz tilida gapiradigan odam topiladi, va siz o'z yo'lingizni topib ketishingizga ishonchim komil. Xudo xohlasa. Koreya, Xitoy, Singapur, Afrika, любой davlatga borsangiz ham ingliz tilini bilganingizda hojatxona, kafe, otelga o'xshagan joylarni qattaligini so'rashga va o'sha yerda yashaydigan odamlar bilan tanishib, keyinchalik ham gaplashib olishga ingliz tilini bilish kerak. Lekin men sayohatga qiziqishim yo'q, men sayohat qila olmayman, finansiy tayyor emasman desangiz, unda keyingi sabab siz uchun. Sabab number 4. Karyera.
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on this mug all day.
Did you ask me?
Bu o'zi menimchalik ingliz tilini o'rganishga eng birinchi sabab bo'lish kerak edi. Tan olish kerak, hozir ingliz tilini o'rganishga yosh avlod deganda bog'chadan 9-sinf maktabgacha ingliz tilini o'rganishga borgan sari ko'proq e'tibor beryapti. Ya'ni ularning ota-onalari ko'proq e'tibor berishyapti va bolalarni ingliz tilini o'rganishga majburlashyapti. Va bu menimchalik juda ham yaxshi. Oldin ingliz tiliga bunchalik seriozna qarashmas edi. Bu bilan men nima demoqchiman? Siz bilan men O'zbekistonda ishlaymiz esa, любой sferada, biznesmi, ta'limmi, injineriya, xohlagan sohangizda ularni hozir ko'pi chet ellardan birga ish yurishyapti. Bu degani, siz ingliz tilini qanchalik yaxshi bilasiz degan savol sizni ham meni ham kelajagida kutib turibdi. Xudo xohlasa. O'sha kuni kelganda siz anchadan beri kutgan, xohlagan, ko'p pul beradigan proyektingizga, sizni o'rningizga opiti yoshi sizdan ancha kam bo'lgan, universitetni endi bitirib kelgan, lekin ingliz tilini zo'r o'qib qo'ygan interni olishsa, juda ham alam qilgan bo'lardi. Shu sababli intervyuga London is the capital of Great Britain dan sal ko'proq narsalar o'rganib borib, bu vakansiyaga topshirgan odamlarning orasida ingliz tilini bilishingiz bilan, shu preimущество bilan hammadan o'tib ketishimiz kerak. Va iloji boricha tezroq, chunki ingliz tilini bilish yaqin orada juda ham oddiy qolgan bo'lib qoladi. Bu esa sabab number 5. Tan olish kerak, hozir sinfda 10 tadan bitta dona bola ingliz tilini biladigan davrlar orqada qolib ketdi. Hozir ingliz tili eng bazaviy bilimlar qatoriga kirib boryapti. Va men o'ylayman, bu juda ham yaxshi. Bu degani juda ham yaqin orada, aytaylik 5-10 yillarda ingliz tilini bilmaydigan odamda ne только katta plus bo'lmaydi, no'y katta minus bo'ladi. Chunki sizni oldingizdagi hamma odamlar ingliz tilida svobodno gaplashib, o'z sferalarida o'zlarini yangi chiqqan statsiyalarni o'qib rivojlantirishsa-yu, siz bo'lsa bu narsalarni ingliz tilidan o'zbek tiliga yoki rus tiliga tarjima qilishini kutib o'tirsangiz, afsuski siz uchun ko'p eshiklar yopilib qolishi mumkin. Mani sohamda ingliz tili вообще kerak bo'lmaydi. Men umuman boshqa sferada ishlayman deb отговорка qilmaslikni maslahat beraman. Chunki siz qanaqa sohada ishlaysangiz ham ingliz tilini bilsangiz, o'z sohangizda rivojlanishingiz mumkin. Va xudo biladi, keyinchalik boshqa narsaga qiziqishingiz uyg'onib ketib, umuman boshqa sferaga o'tib ketib qolishingiz mumkin. Yoki sizni nachalnigingiz sizni komandirovkaga yubormoqchi bo'lsa-da, lekin опять же ingliz tilini bilmasangiz, sizni o'rningizga sizdan yosh, endi universitetni bitirib kelgan, lekin ingliz tilini biladigan odamni yuborsa, sizga juda ham alam qilgan bo'lardi va ana Ismoil aytganini qilsam bo'larkan deb qolmaslik uchun kichkina qadamchalardan bo'lsa ham hozirdan harakat boshlash kerak. Okay. Bu epizoddagi 5 ta sabab sizlarning ingliz tilini o'rganish boshlashingizga yoki to'xtatib qo'ygan bo'lsangiz, davom ettirishga yetarlicha motivatsiya bo'ladigan umiddaman. Lekin agar yetmagan bo'lsa, native speakerlar bu haqida nima deyishini ko'ramiz. Ketdik. Hey, what's up everybody? We are here in Korea University CJ Creator Library and we have a guest today. He's a professor of mine. I actually take critical thinking from Mr. Diaz. So professor, could you please briefly introduce yourself and tell something interesting about you?
Okay. Oh, well, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I've been living in Korea for quite a long time. Actually, I first came in 1996.
Oh, right. Oh, before I was born.
Yes, yeah. Actually, I've been here longer than some of my students. And I'm originally from New Zealand.
Hello, my name's Johnny, and like you said, Ishmael, I'm doing a PhD in economics in Korea. I've been here about 3 years. I'm from the UK.
UK, alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this episode we were talking about learning English, but first we wanted to shed some light on why a person like me or any other non-native should learn the language in the first place. So I think that our viewers would be interested in what you as a native speaker have to say about that topic.
Well, I think it depends what you want to do, but generally speaking, I would say yes, it's important to learn English.
Well, there's obvious benefits in learning English these days in terms of it just dominates a little bit at present in terms of being the global language.
Yeah.
It has the advantage that there are just so many places that you can travel where at least you're going to be partially understood.
It's just the international language, right?
Yeah.
So of course, if you want to travel somewhere and you don't speak the language of that country, then English is, you're probably going to have to manage with English.
Yeah.
So, if you want to travel, yes, it's much easier to do that if you speak English. If you want to work in quite a lot of different industries, it's important. Even if you're studying, like, for example, in my field, economics, all of the important papers really and textbooks are written in English.
Yeah.
And you can find translations of them in Korean, but sometimes they don't translate perfectly and you don't have everything available to you. So it just makes your life easier, I think. If you have some understanding of English.
Now, let's say you wanted to move to Uzbekistan permanently. In that case, you would want to brush up on your Uzbek, Birinchi.
Of course.
Yeah, but does the same rule apply to English? That we should learn it only if we're going to have direct contact with the language or its native users?
That's a good question.
Not necessarily. There's other benefits in terms of, well, not only does English seem to dominate a little bit at present, in terms of being so commonly internationally spoken. Also, I guess, has a little bit of dominance in the media.
I think even if you don't, it's still useful to have a level of English and to brush up on your English if you've learned it before.
Obviously, there's benefits there on learning English. Just in terms of being able to gain more exposure.
It can just be so much more helpful for you. The way I think about it is, if you speak English, it gives you options. And of course, not everybody knows what they want to do in their life or where they want to go on holiday even, or, you know, it's just that if you speak English, you just find some things in life are a little bit easier. And as an English person brought up in the UK, I always feel bad because English is the only language that I speak quite well. And it's a real shame that I think is shared amongst a lot of English speakers, first language English speakers, because it makes us a bit lazy. Because if I go to pretty much anywhere in Europe, even Korea and Japan, which are a little harder to travel around if you don't speak some of the local language, then still you can get by on English.
Yeah, right. And next question, and it is the last question too. What would you suggest to our viewers who cannot get that momentum to start learning English or to pick it back up if they have stopped learning it? I'm sure people could really use some motivational advice from a native speaker too.
Well, what I would say, which actually links to the last question a little bit, is you don't have to speak perfect English, and your goal should not be to speak perfect English. There is no perfect English. So what I'm saying is, if your goal is to learn English, don't think you have to be perfect at it. You know, just being understood, first of all, is a huge achievement.
Yeah.
And then from there, you just try and make incremental changes, small changes. If you watch English-speaking like TV shows, news, if you watch like soap operas, movies from Australia, from South Africa, America, the UK, then you probably will hear like different accents, different regional accents.
Dialects.
Yeah, exactly. And if you actually listen to these people, they're not speaking perfect English. You know, nobody speaks like the Queen. That's what, you know, in the UK we would say that's what, if there is a perfect English, probably the Queen's English.
Royal English.
Yeah, that's right. But nobody outside of her family speaks like that. You know, even the way I'm speaking English now, if I wrote that down and looked at it, it's not grammatically perfect, probably.
It's always subjective, you mean?
It is very subjective, that's a good word for it. You should not think that you don't speak English well because you get confused between a and the. I still get confused between a and the. There's no perfect speaker who can command a and the very well.
This was the last question, and thank you for coming down here and taking time to be with us on this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Videoni ko'rganingiz uchun katta rahmat. Kelajakda videolarga ideyalar yoki qanaqadir temada video qilishni xohlasanglar, iltimos buni description sectionida hammasini qoldiringlar va video haqida nima fikringlar bo'lsa, o'shani ham menga aytsanglar, hamma SNS'larni pastga yozib qo'yaman. Yana bir marta ko'rganingiz uchun rahmat. Subscribe qilinglar, like bosinglar.